mu na yenkoye nim ya sha se ya kwasha se e free entokwa ekoso ewo Israel ene Iran wo mo entamu no unyina nim se free bratintin ne no wo mo ntamu ngo ene ye kone ye basa ye kone ye ba ye kone ye ba baabi akwakoduru ne se na anu ya ena America ebo koko ede kire wo mo America mampani Donald Trump be bo koko de kire Iran sanse na Iran so amane bi ede ama Israel amo matoto tuo ne ayi akodi a wo moto ye de ko Israel memu no ekodi nsamone pa ema na ano ne ye boma mane mpo se uduru baabi a wo mo yar sabia kese pa wa akodi ne bi ekobo ho ema enipa wo matu ekro edan ya bubuo ni ade ana America man so atu bie di amane Iran akwakoto ba bia wo mo niema ene akodie pa ya wo mo de hye aman no wo no wadwiri fa to agu ama enei Donald Trump e de ababeto no a ne X so ka se de Iran wo mo ka che Iran se wo mra no wonwo ne ho mra ne ho ase no wo mo nka asomdwe ho ase wo mfa ne tuo mu ho ena Iran anti ena kakra afa na ni ase nti afedie Iran any Israel nyina yo madwene se wo mo ebekasa na asomdwe aye adwuma na nso so asa de ekeka kro na ekeka ba no ama Israel kra nso so na ni abere a wono nso wo mu bie ya wono nso ekasa ene Israel defense minister ebo Iran ko adu se asomdwe ho nsam a wo mo eka no ase wo bububu so ya che se won pese be ye adwuma na ye bisa anwumere ya na sa awie se asomdwe beba Iran ni Israel ntamu no America adwuma ana America na wose wo hwe se be ye adwuma ana yenko ani enkodi hu nkomo kakra ene anamo wa America man no etuo e wo santoko a ekoso emu yenko yakase yedi international enkomode a na wo se yedi ani kire nipa ba akopɛ ɛhɔ international relations expert Yera Farouk Al-Wahab o ahomaso ye ne no enkonkodi nkomo na ansa na ye ne no bɛbɔ nkomo no yenko tie nsɛm a Donald Trump America mampani e de atudwa sanse woni nsantwofo akasa e de afa entokwa no a osusu se e wo se asomdwe ba na yeyo ba na fe wo nyina no asomdwe bua mu obi a mra ne ho ase no wo nka asomdwe asem na ceasefire emra no wakasa e de afa ho na yentie na asem ni bi
accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think they both violated it. I don't think I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay?
Have you spoken to him this morning? How confident are you that
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And, you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
Do you believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit.
When in somewhat Donald Trump de atu just and sembia CNN ebobo so ni nyina nya no kre. Was CNN ye scam or more reportage ne dru ba bia na say homu twa bigum. Na and somewhat walk asasum dwemra nyina akire no. Israel ne Iran mienu nyina. Wo ma to de asi wo mo ho. E ma gran abam enu achi Israel ba man yese omo emergency services sanse Iran to pa ye de ba wo mo so no enipa nan ene wo ma wuo e wo be sheba ama enu achi no afofra wo ma prepare doso pa enu achi Iran so e ba man ye se wono so ayi enipa bi afrim e wono so ne sai che se wo me na asasumdwe asam no ayi Trump e ka no enye hokra no wo mo mienu no wo ma dwene enam enti wase obehwese obeka ma asomdwe aye adwuma ceasefire ne de e wo se eba yanko ahomaso na ye monkomo answer Yera Farouk awo ha baba homa no so yenkodi enkomo opani oti yanka Angel Kasia suni ma hai yadase passe oboaye ma yenso ya yehunu de ekoso wo nsunsuaso enya ene ehun nkomo e wose yedie ewo yi ntokwa ama ne muso wo Israel ne Iran ntemu no ba yemisa we minim sa watibi ensam wa Donald Trump eka se afedi asa ono na woye Yesu Kristo ye ntemgyinani a won na ebetimi asiesia ma asomdua ba ewo afamienu no entem sa ceasefire na all call for no ana offer se emra no Donald Trump wo ho ahoden
sure on the people Trump ahoden so be can change Israel so we not go away but the reality of the matter is that and when you news are or the public the system and the world order is also other way to look at it and you say because UK ever trying to run a condemn the action of America. Germany back condemn, European back condemn, so Israel the only Munjai. But there's no instruction. I remember Fred said, United Nations, General and that's emergency summit, stop in the UN meeting. And then we said General Trump no to mitigate no duty our ceasefire. You say these two countries among community of nations that almost subscribe also to the UN conventions and charter and declarations. The UN UN Secretary General or Wada. Now America Tama Israel again. Now over here now Umkoye and then one in Iran or say Israel they are all right to defend themselves. They must also retaliate and another hit too. Many tourists are under the ground of oil.
This now, is Angel 102.9.
We are on that form. He or she is not afraid to fall. Meaning that the pressure Iran not directing at Israel now, or they call Qatar. Because when the US or launching attack from the Qatar American Air Force base. As we speak, Qatar Air means as we speak, Emirates it means too. And what they do, they say, almost at a ceasefire. How many times in the world history ceasefire? Yes, signing agreement, before so now no plan to intensify bombardments. Iran is aware, Israel is aware the meaning of ceasefire. And we have political talk. And the authorities of those countries, they are aware. Russia became the ceasefire. Before they put in the free negotiation table, before the Zelensky free negotiation table, now already the exchange is 925. Israel, or the Palestine is ceasefire. When they have a ceasefire, that day now, no ceasefire. I get Israel, Kukum, Ismail Hania, Iran. Only a ceasefire with Lebanon. I get and then Hezbollah, or also free ceasefire table, no start starting bombardments to Israel. Whether the ceasefire holds or not, I am Toka, only a meaning and be Jaya. We are not praying, say it should continue. We are praying, say, Namima, Ninsaso, not hostilities in go down. But for me, and where I say, to believe ceasefire, I will rely on the ceasefire. Say, even the UN brokered ceasefire, it has never come to pass in reality. Basically, it is just a key talk show on the diplomatic conference table. The DNY is removed. It is because of the condemnation of that minimum share. But in reality, we are correspondents, we are news media, we have made peace. How long does the peace? Now, even crown is there peace that is measured in hours, which are so ridiculous. 8 hours time, not 12 hours. Peace is not measured in hours. Peace is instant. You're giant. We are find arms in war. Now you run back as a minimum of the then Israel also near my no matter the ship. A talker and talk about almost fire. America only Iraq there was ceasefire. Ceasefire needs to allow the American cross. You give me a ceasefire. Say, move to Kulunia that destroy. You call that ceasefire? How do you ceasefire? Allow people to exit and go back to continue what you are doing. Is that a ceasefire? Ceasefire, I'm watching now. It is like on the diplomatic table. Obiaka said we are almost signing agreement to no Obiaka and file no they are sharing what to be continued. It is Donald Trump, His Excellency, yes, he's done well. But also, yes, ceasefire. We hope that it holds. But some of us are believing, say, Israel, unilateral decision even against America. We're repeating action several times and saying, America can't channel under Obama only in a problem. Under the same President Trump, Likud Party a year living at Netanyahu. We will start only Donald Trump in a problem or not. Only in a problem because now our year hostilities need the same Hamas issue and the Donald Trump first coming. And locations America will not support. I'm sorry to use the word of off. Ceasefire and this fool and man Yejuma. Donald Trump at that time felt disrespected by Bibi Netanyahu. So see I don't know make it up. I also meet a friend. When the first time one check in 2016 the records only me argument and enemy and yeah, politicians Becca. Wow, what you kuma, your pride, your kake. What they say is what they preach. West in Uganda, what as we speak in South Sudan, what in Sudan. General Burhan, only the other competitor and then the other enemy. How many times the United Nations have broken a ceasefire? Was that fire had it been seized? Answer is no. Did they sign the agreement? Answer is yes. Ceasefires around the world. Yamko Republic of Congo Democratic Republic of Congo. And then there also Congo. Ceasefire do what China woman signing, brokered by Belgium. Our Makote European Union. Our woman signing ceasefire after La Nomunjaye. The Pachomajaye. Are you any Congo to Kwamoko? Rwanda ni Congo ceasefire say no more sign. Rwanda ni Zambia ceasefire say no more sign. Rwanda any your friends say Uganda any Congo ceasefire say no more sign. Kenya only Somaliland and I say only Somali rebels ceasefire say no more sign. You can count as millions of ceasefire. Even within Europe. Spain, our rebel group. The rebel group Zapatista, how many ceasefires and only the central government of Spain are signing? Oh my God, British government, now Emra, British, more rebels, Spain, our Ireland, Johnny Adams, only John Major, that's Chinese ceasefire saying. And now they're trying to say, Tony Blair, that's Chinese ceasefire saying. One day they're trying to say, Margaret Thatcher, that's Chinese ceasefire saying. When before they stop it, the ceasefire no, ma ubia ma ceasefire no, no. But me, the experiences of what politicians speak about ceasefire, you know what? They use the new term, that time no, and they reorganize themselves. They use that time, and they prepare well, because we've been told and we are aware. So Russia and Ukraine, ceasefire is almost going to be. How many Oslo Accords? How many Camp David Accords? How many ceasefires around the world? How many ceasefires in Paris? How many ceasefires in Lyon? You signing, pending fight. How many of them have gone through? It is neither here nor there.
Not just over Farouk, not just ceasefire. No, I said. Yakwa scam kakra because I said a formality and bad ye trimuni de hihye say entokwa ne ye ya dwensi e bejai and am penifo na immediate no so nim say enya ade a ejai but ye nya bibi na wiase hu say ye tu anama obi ana
because this is a war attracting what is called international condemnation on both sides. But if you look at it, this is a war Find all the European and the Western Hemisphere presidents. Etimaka said, bring Bibi Netanyahu to book. And now say, a president, a president, Ayatollah Khamenei, bring them into book. It never happens. The people are not there. The chancellor of them, they are not controlled because of a war locally, domestically. The can't ceasefire. We can't talk now. Master John Drake, no court now in Nigeria. They are sentencing how many years? Laurent Gbagbo, how many years? And where ceasefire taking place? The Western country, the Western Hemisphere, President, what causes the same atrocity? I actually on International Criminal Court of Justice. Shirame Karadzic, Milosevic, Ivanovic, I actually joined Yugoslavia war. You don't never be good because a third world country be antenna casa. Oh yeah, Jaya Cochino, not true. But what I've said, the bigger weight, and for that matter, you go Mr. Trump. And for country go sign over 4 years, Afghanistan you want, Iraq you want. We are taking our cash okay, Makumbia Maji Mahome. The next was the fire says no. This fire burned in Libya, the only finest, economically stronger nation in Africa. The purchase fire here, Juma.
There be
actions near 4. There be almost signed what is called a declaration. A declaration. Declaration. Yeah, ceasefire. We accord. Yeah, the ceasefire. The president Nana Go Kukwado. Oni Buhari mo. Emra omukofa Burkina. Enkofa Niger. Enkofa Mali. Enkofa Guinea. Te ECOWAS said. Yanu nyo jumong yumu. Pegiasi anombe. That Pegiasi ceasefire is saying. They went ahead. And my day. Omu recommending omu suspend you. Macho Oma left suspension. Ceasefire Niger. ECOWAS suspend you. Oma left it. But at the same time, they sit on the table and talk about inclusion, inviting them to come. Now, in post school, next I will say, my jump border. And I say, what the boy needs me? Now, now what you also, you can't say, my best school also, you get a no apamia. Have you demonized me? And I said, what I accept me back. And all those things, you know, we call it diplomatic gimmicks. They are juggling.
And now, over Farouk, ceasefire no aye as aye cosmetic kakra ya omo aye nesano. Edia pa ne bema sa entokwayen zero in on Israel Middle East cry because a hodie and yoda. Edia ne bema ceasefire fedie would word ceasefire no cry they say it's being overused. Dia ne bema ntokwana abewie ye. Ebebewie ye da. Bible ba techire. Ebi mo kasa Bible mu sese nti enya ade a entokwa betwa wo Middle East dada bia entokwa bekoso wo ho. What is the way forward? Wo de aya bempenifo no wa ben e wo sa side ni mo. Yenye bisa wa ha say because nanse ya enrachi ya America kokoto ko blast wo mba bia Iran wo mo akodie wo sese ya no. Yes fuel price crash eje. I was monitoring CNN kakra on that you know enti yenim se de Iran tie wo fuel mu ye ba enti e ba ne sai betimi aka ye kwan bi so ya hwe ho anya bibia de ne be fa so ma sa Middle East ntokwa da bia no aba fom kakra se emma wie ye mpo a
mama obi ka ja tuga and my catchem say where me ye nyama mi nsa one akoye history behind the war. And about the political destiny of the architects, in this case, Israel, or in this case, the Iranian, or in this case, the American. And to answer what the political side, what the historical side, the main thing one again, is the business side of the war. And to open the community via that's of one country. And you and Chester Akodawu. Because in 1967, 1976, Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, Syria, and Jordan. And on top of it, last 6 days, well, last 12 days. 6 days, and you more say, aircraft in 450. 3 countries, no couple of some different BBR. We are not watching our home. And Sana, American President Jimmy Carter, on the Vice President, almost in Koyakofa Anwar Sadat, and the Israeli Prime Minister, I think Sadat or one of them, what can I say? I can't say no. And why you show me? But let us not forget, say, the business aspect of it. In Tuna, the B bombers, any the ICBMs, any the F-35, the F-22, some aircraft need sophisticated drones equipment. Mama, any engine will be a individual company within the producer. And I've said it time and times again, said, that company no arms and ammunition, any equipment in the world, or turn a market, and I turn supermarket, and Sunny say, you turn supermarket. And you might na there be. And then any packet ticket, you're there bomber, and tell the cuckoo. Because of this way, you might be product and be to company, no. And in the times, more cut the surge in oil prices. And this also cut the increase of the capital of companies now see weapons because or the engineers at Atlanta show 10 years. You train engineer can pay $50,000, $20,000 per month. And to come here and see baby machines no produce war. Mama machines no pacho. You did agree na debi. Mama for North Korea. Mama for Pakistan. Mama for India. And then India Kashmir here. Or how to the product or contestation with a journalist. Let's say Pakistan testing the nuclear. Or testing a bomb. South Korea are testing it here. Japan are quite necessary. Are testing it here. They are doing that in readiness, and then they do that because they have to destroy and they have to make these machines go so that production can also take place. And that side of it, I mean, is huge. Companies to produce American weaponry, Israeli weaponry, and why Iran also they are producing any and a government powered individual companies. And I believe so you understand that side of it, sir. Architects, advocates, you are war advocates. I want to our mechanical or man confirm canto qua. Also want to mark that side of it, and you want to confirm the humans of propagate agenda. That is right. Oh, gotcha. Move on pushing. It's about Americans so sorry so support. And you are the soldier for war. The American government in so support Israel. And Yama was saying in Yama also continuing. And your company being at home. The American government, who will be a case in war? Along in the street side of the fight, where I tell me no relation, where I tell you just oil, it's not to say we don't care about
it. Yes, the crowd, yes, and form who cry, no massive.
Who to clone? She said, Yama, who to clone, and to quite Basum can to quite the Kenya, Russia-Ukraine war. To the 10th, Kenya, or oil, sunflower oil, and Ukraine. Kenya, or the friend is milk products, fresh milk, and a papana drew Amsterdam, and a papana drew Russia, or the Jimmy Sika. When are we benefiting from that? Instead of crying over here, you don't cry. What do you stop on the Middle East? Dialogue there will be to stop on. There's no dialogue. Because a biblical, a geological stand, a philosophical stand, it doesn't hold water. Biblical. It is not true. It is called the political will. It is called the historical will. And it is called also the business will. How they play, working on the tangent of triangular shape, and the people in the middle are the politicians. How do we agree and disagree and make it work? One like I said, if you are saying sorry about UN. Israel, actually, my Palestine, young friend of Palestine state, Also the Israel state, 1948, recognized them. Yes, recognized from 2025. Mamanka problem do how. And suspicion say Hamas continues in ceremony in Iran. But he tell me that why planet Hamas? And we get Pacho, Obiasin says Israel and Hamas. Aye. I'm a woman in your Tara Fati Konye. When the Popular Liberation Front of the Palestinian people, I was turning around a kidnapped Israelis. I went to be in 1976. All these things are politics that people do not understand. And to get the reality of the matter, it has to do with the understanding. And the political will of the people at the helm of affairs. Which ones are them? United Nations. Which ones are them? The International Atomic Energy. The Swiss office, the Austria office, and the European Union, and the other bloc and agencies of the international organizations of the world. Emergency summit, and then the UN for arming for Israel, and then the UN for arming border between Israel, and then the Israel UN Palestine. And once and for have they done that? Answer is no, because UN Israel didn't catch a free promo. UN Iran didn't catch a UN to move free promo. Countries have power to authorize UN what to do. Man, Sudan, Oman Basel order UN for out into the world order. And this is why I can't watch them. What does it mean? The UN now know you could back and Casalquan. You have not changed me and come. How many smaller rebellion, terrorism, insurgents, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Islamic Jihad, jihadism, all these group bandits are over to me instructing you and see Mama Baha. And then a woman to my game. Have they used any power? No. What does Sanko Sierra Leone? Or it was common sergeant in the army, or to me trigger genocide. More than how many? At that time, ceasefire signed on the central government of Sierra Leone and signed under Valentine Strata.
Uncle Farouk, not just a baby, I kekakono. Asemo. Obo asembi so hano bia send me message say woman ura ho papa. Say Ghana no ye ni hwe. Enti entokwa bi say koso ayen yesu de yen sentiment can free sa man na ekono. Effect ne benya negative effect ne benya we so no na yen ye dwen ho but minim say wonye energy expert de but minim say internationally udi akire wa bin wo musa ne de baabi a me de fa obetimi aboa e kakra amama bi wo ho no manka de ekoso yi me gidi pa se America de o ye nyina no ne reserve wo ye ka oil a ye ntimi nkan ye nim ama oman bi betimi ahye ne ho because nim say for the next be 2-3 months say ceasefire yi nkoye adwuma na ntokwa ne be no fin say ya o ba bia ne nansie yenya ne ntia so free energy sector say be 2 months edi animu edi say bia koye fichiri say ya na afei energy ho asem koye de yi kra 2 months ne ye betimi ahwe ho na after 2 months ne ko ne de ya me ensa so ye jejireje minim said de ubetu ya fo said de uhu sa ahoboa yen sa o man Ghana for santo kwekosui
mami sure magino na the platform so will be and say countries in our region no kwa mo kon and oil search because say wa prepare no and the oil na wo shishi tu no o ndi tie e ma wo ma emman and wo ma yo fine bi no ma ton ma ne man nti to kwa consequence that e ha no the international market and the prices but yam ko Saudi Arabia me adadia obeto oil mu kura na eketwa now you must have Ghana to oil na answer is yes Ghana oil OPEC member na answer is yes the partial Ghana you got agreement you need 3 companies you were Talo you were Cosmos and Anadaku which is for logistics exploration and mining companies of the oil. You're only 10%. I can't be quoted, but that is the case. On gross, and the demand Ghana. But by said 1 barrel, 1 single barrel of oil, Ghana or one will be our DSC. Yeah, oil na ye 2 ton, 1 barrel crown, in 3 years, and you're an idea, and yet I will. In Jasma Wokan, and say, we are not agreement over the period. Not a country, you know, you move the search anytime oil companies in Ekona. Qatar or the oil in BC, and the mission for Libya, no, the BC, Nicaragua, the BC, Gabon, the BC, a black. African countries going to oil and what for in we are not to refine our trouble for no. Me answer the plan said, we now won't come not this year we will see her on records or what lawyers or what the parliament at Ghana. Country be all Africa or what season lawyers at the parliament. You are by 60% of Ghanaian parliamentarians. Law now year oil agreement with any other companies. Has Parliament reviewed it? No, if you have search of some of these crises, yeah, you know, the percentage in the coverage oil. What is finding out from Amagana? Now, which everybody is to me. Now, back to the question of countries from Oku. That will be your oil without so many show. United States of America. Oil, I reserve. They better take 14 years. One task I can see over issue. All equipment won't be used. All light basis for 40 years.
And son, answer. And no crano, son, no be saba.
As I'm talking about 40 years, we are at 9 and be Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Jesus Thomas Abatako. There is no fight that will last 40 years. And 2, America, the Alaska would now oil and into Alaska free Russia. The oil will 2 years. And this America good. Or good share Ghana, but Ghana too good. The good, the bread is unfortunately good. And these are some of the countries that are not in near Messi. Israel and Tokana all come. Besides Israel into oil. It is outside the oil reserve of the country. Israel the oil is coming. In the nuclear kit where you know, I bet so free as a pizza. And that's a blended road junction. From Accra, because the printing in Anono. And in Tokana or Kuntono, Aquano Kunto, should say, oil prices are also, and just say, our generation, any what to oil, I reserve, into a management of oil for prices for 25 years. America for 25 years. The place better back of Bombardier, the tankers don't move. To our oil be at 25 years. 25 years, the company we are saying. And the SLP preaching, you say, all the days we say, you better my review. You better my share. Now, they always need Iran 5,000 miles away from Accra. What I know we should say. Anyway, as a politician, and I've said, and I will mention it again. We are a politician via Akuja Parliament. They say Ghana boy and Yama boy because Palestine and Israel could be an Iran. Tabi, Adian, yet be a minute. Anything yet trouble. COVID ever defense. And now the down for the can say Russia, the bullet to be a hit on target in Ukraine, it affects the pocket of ordinary Ghanaian. Nemo and France also said every bullet to be a hit on target in the Russia by Ukrainians, it enriches the pocket of Ghanaians. They have a lazy approach of economy. Into President Mama, you see about that issue of Ukraine-Russia war, and your friend is a Israel-Iran war, no. And you know never Magana because women different. And women contain women banks. We are swimming in a total affairs in 2 years, nothing more. It is a country we call Russia, Ukraine, and their friends, sorry, Iran, Israel, Iran, American. Now, Tiana Usuma, a total affairs and Usu. Does it really affect you? Answer is no. Why? Diplomatically, economically, internationally, Israel, why you know bilateral agreement, only a developing partner. Iran, you know bilateral, only any diplomatic, only a developing partner. It is only a look, how does it affect us? We look at the global session of the global session. I am so good. But the Yahudi in the problem of when the will be all on top of man. Let's listen to Iran economy. It's very simple as that. Yenya lazy approach and accuse himself. Can't be and talk a bit and I'm here. It is not true. it is not true to you because COVID, yes, say, you general parliament for 4 good years, COVID, Namagana, watching you are no, China, no, the COVID buy, when you're sick, and the economy they are stronger than time and knowing our community. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Because we are lazy. We are looking for excuses. We cannot find excuses against and for Daniel and say Israel-Iran war is spiking again. It will only affect only the price of oil. Oil is also to be. It's also your oil. Stop selling your rigs. Now, so regional, while so to be a former and corporate. That is what the serious nations will preach. In America, where you're bold, where you're proud, where you're arrogant, you should understand them. Or planning for the citizen and in the country, no. Necessarily, protection and promoting the country's economic powers. It's as simple as that.
Just say, hey, Miraho, and a Miraho. Because Uncle Farouk and some are no. It's sad. It's very sad. Says Ntokwa we nyai na intensifier. Enya nwanwa se better de yete ye wo Ukraine Russia war ni mu biem. Bibi ebesi bia no. Ebeye Russia you can say Israel Iran America war ene di we aba. Israel Iran America war na di we aba. Enti mama mi say a question we. What has been our problem as of my Ghana? Dear pan ye how because we can also 40 years America betimi atena hobenya fuel ye ni American reserve gold reserve American 2 gold e woni krom ho but reserve or what gold nkwa UK mention them Ghana ha ye 2 gold de ye kan se osoro ni ye fie hihya wadam de wosoro okosoro ayamfa hwe amawiase okonso amfa hwe nko enti bia ne sa okosoro awakodnam gold so eti gold de ekrofo na tu na yamaye fiatia twia bi. What has been our issue edie pa ne ha yen se oman?
Your problem is negotiations. The problem is percentages our leaders, our ministers take on the table to negotiate. Okay. And then we have no percentage, I say. We need to go through. Let's say do down one. I beg you, no, because organic might not acquire any mind.
Nahumano. Also.
Let's say.
Yeah, too, Nkapa.
They are custodians of the minerals. The minerals.
Obanutemenga. I'm say ahomano say oma hu say ye nya antidote ye ni ya betinti on de oma cha say ye aha kasa ye tonka
yani okuma ya minerals ya de mawo ebi ni say Nevada State of the United States, Nevada. Trump, your friend said, Las Vegas. Never saw the whole part of the whole state casino good. America went to don't go there. The boys in English have the English law, the English medical, English engineering, and one challenge. And go. Now, young Diano, they are cautious when negotiate here. Near to gold. Company Biaba, Mimudi. Go to the Ghana gold. Now 10%. Young investment. We don't go on the table as partner. We go there for what is called golden share. What you are doing to be there. Golden share 10%. Now there are no 90% in the world thing. Then Nabaka biblical share. Another Quran share. No for 1 year man. No na land in the area. When I go to Warsaw, will be Baba to Eddie Akon Crew. What with the equipment, with the technology, no, I best for wow workers. I want cheap salary. No, to go to yeah. I think golden share of 10%. Now the area when he said that 10%, you know. I plan a mineral inspector Benny, you know, check it.
Thank you.
Company or two Ghana or Golda, about to stay in Niaje. But don't go town, I mean, to make sure the apostle. One town test and make sure technology now did to know. Now, Madam, machine at the underground. We are country, sovereign nation with sovereignty right. We think the man or Jibusia. Come at the same machine at China. Germany.
This is Angel 102.9.
Networking is being a challenge now.
Hello.
Uncle Farouk. Network na ye use no. Why na adwen so my nya solution. Network na etwa no ho. Ye be sheda apebre. Nicholas Muohwe die. Ye be sheda apebre na ya bonkomo na Uncle Farouk amaye hunie mebi. You see